Welcome to my prepared presentation for the 2026 TSA High School Competition season regarding the prompt of the infamous game of rock, paper, scissors, and which of those three materials is the most revolutionary for human civilization. I landed on the decision that rocks are, due to early tools and structures made out of stone and rock and how those have developed over time that in turn changed human cognition to develop more as a civilization. And then I'll wrap up just to nod to my works cited for the research I did for this project. So lithic technology is going to be that production, use, maintenance, and discard of stone tools. The methods that have developed during this technology and also the tool refinement in general is what defines the Stone Age. Kind of the levels of progression are split into three eras. The first being Paleolithic period. That is going to contain the most basic and unrefined tools, such as the Etruscan hand axe. They're the most primitive and don't have a lot of long-lasting success. And then moving into that Mesolithic period, it's the last ice age that occurs during this time. And so the tools are defined by this because they call for to be smaller and more refined, such as the microlith. And for that final era, it's going to be the Neolithic period. That Neolithic revolution is what caused a shift to agriculture and permanent settlement, and the tools for that time reflect that because of the mortar and pestle and early hand axes that are more durable and contain better longevity. This cognition is shown through the progression of these eras because it shows procedural complexity. It is literally increasing the number of steps that humans have to go through, and it's also showing that skill transmission going from era to era, showing that teaching factor and culture that's being surrounded. I found this through Wikipedia.com. Rock is the foundation of early human settlement and civilization. Stone and anthropic rock, which is just human-altered rock, has been used for years, and natural stone was used until 6500 BCE, where the earliest limestone structure called in the Göbekli Tepe in Turkey was the first limestone structure that we have to date, and we don't see any anthropic rock until these cisterns, meaning that heated limestone, which is called hydraulic limestone, is heated and set in water to solidify, and those cisterns are just going to be water tanks that are more for residential use. This method is altered slightly through the years, like Egyptians in ancient times, as we shift from prehistoric to more ancient. So that unreinforced concrete is going to mark a major turning point in the Pantheon in Rome, Italy. This is where sand and pozzolana is mixed. It's a material that combines with lime and sediments to create that early concept of concrete. And then fast forwarding to modern day, over 50% of all modern day buildings contain concrete, whether that's in the foundation or the structure or a main exterior wall. They are very significant, and rock has physically and cognitively expanded civilization. Paper and scissors, as the other two counterparts of that infamous game, only further refined it. They didn't so much found it. And that cognition factor is going to be based off of planning and foresight, which is adding steps to tool and concrete forming processes along with tool reuse and maintenance. That second factor is going to be knowledge transmission. There's constant and ever-growing tools and concrete knowledge throughout time as they progress and get more refined and more advanced, showing that kind of shared culture. And then with that collective organization and social coordination, role specialization and shared goals with large bodies of people working on structures or big projects such as the Pantheon show that shared identity that is crucial to the human experience. And these are just my works cited, so thank you so much. This was my take on the prompt and the fact that rock is the most revolutionary idea and material that is used out of rock, paper, scissors that developed human civilization. Thank you.